Walnut Education Robotics. Today we were gonna unbox quietly this number 3 box, which is the remote control lamp. Let's press start. So, as you can see, now you have a simple story that could clarify why we want to build this lamp. So I'll tell you the story in a simple summary. So this girl named Amy, she broke her desk lamp and she asked her friend that's joining a hardware technology competition to help her fix a remote control lamp, and it turned out so good. We're gonna unbox our desk lamp. So first we have the base and how it's gonna be fixed here, and then we have a sensor. Now we have a remote and a double tape up. Now we have screws and cables and nails, and that was it. Now you'll get a lot of videos to tell you how to explain how to connect the lamp to be able to program it. So you're gonna get your base and you're gonna put it on your table. Then stick this right into your face. Then you're gonna get your light lamp panel, which is the Al-Faris RGB, and you're gonna place it into the back and then the gap down. And then you're gonna get your diffuser and put it there. And then get your 2 screws and place them in those teeny tiny circles. And then you're gonna screw them. I screw them and come back. I'm just done screwing. Now I'm gonna have to connect the Al-Faris 0 with the Al-Faris RGB. So you're gonna get this specific cable and then you're gonna put it on the tooth gap. Now I'm gonna connect it. You have 2 interfaces, P1 and P2. Which one do you think? It is P1. So you're gonna also connect it to the gap. Now I'm gonna explain about the Al-Faris RGB, which is called the LED light panel. We have those 10 buttons in the back and 10 buttons in the front, and they are called the LED light beads, and we can control them using those buttons in the Al-Faris 0, which are called A, B, and C. After connecting and explaining about the Al-Faris RGB, don't you think it's not working? Now we need to program it. So at first we're gonna go here and choose when key A, B, or C is pressed. It's gonna give us something which is turning on the light. So we need to choose LED light, all display, and I'm gonna choose the color orange because it represents walnut. Now we're gonna connect. After connecting, we're gonna do download. Now I'm gonna press the key A to see if it turns on the light. It actually turned it on. Turning it on was half of the mission, but turning it off is the other half. How do we turn it on? We're gonna go here and choose also the same block, but we can't choose A because it's for the turning on. So we're gonna be choosing the letter B. So now we're gonna go to the actuator, LED light on. No, we're gonna be doing the turn off on. Now we're gonna download. turning it on, turning it off, turning it on, turning it off. So turning it off did also work. But Amy got into a big problem. This lamp hurts her eyes, so she was asking her friend if it could decrease. So he was like, of course we can decrease or increase, but Alpha Pi only has 3 buttons, one to turn it on, one to turn it off, and one to increase. So we got the Alpha Pi remote control that has a lot of buttons. So we could use all of these buttons to decrease or other stuff. But how do we connect the remote into the Alpha Pi Zero and the lamp? We're gonna be using the remote control sensor. So I connected it into P2 and with its gap with a cable, and then it's not standing, but we needed to get more signal. So we're gonna use this double tape and this bracket to connect them in. So you're gonna make sure you're gonna open one side of it, and then make sure that you stick it into the lower button. Now I'm gonna be adding the bracket. Now it stands. It with the bracket, and even without programming, if I press OK, it's gonna give you guys a signal. Do you see this red dot? Program the remote control. So you're gonna go to the sensor section and choose this one. Button on the remote control is pressed. You have a lot of buttons from 0 to 9, and you also have a star and hashtag and all of the arrows and OK. Now you even have them here to choose. So now you're gonna go to the and choose which is to turn it on. I'm gonna choose 1 to turn it on, and I'm gonna get the button again, and then I'm gonna choose turn off, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do 0. Now let's download. After it's downloaded, so I'm gonna press 1 to turn it on. It turned on. Now we're gonna turn it off by pressing 0. Again. Let's learn how to adjust the brightness. We're gonna take the same one, and then to increase, I'm gonna choose the up arrow, and then we're gonna go to the actuated and choose the increase, and we're gonna increase it by 10%. Now to decrease, we're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna make it the down arrow, and then we're gonna do the same thing, which is also the block increase, but we're not gonna do it only 10. We're gonna put a minus and then put a 10. Where is the minus? And then 10. Now we are gonna download. Now let's turn it on. Let's turn it off. Now let's increase the lightning. It increased so much. Oh my god, it's actually hurting my eye. Now let's decrease it. Now I can sleep well. Now in this challenge, I'm gonna show you how to display rainbow and also how to add color. So at first, we're gonna go here to the sensor, and I'm gonna choose, for example, two add light. For example, I want to choose green because it represents Saudi Arabia. Now I'm gonna go and choose LED display. And then I'm gonna do the OK button. Now I'm gonna choose display rainbow effect. And okay, now we will choose roll light, and I'm gonna do 3 of them, 3 lights. Then we're gonna go to the control and do wait 1 second. Now it's done downloading. Now we're gonna press 2 to give it the light I want, and 1, 2. Okay, now we're gonna press OK. As you can see, it's giving the rainbow. It's so nice. Oh my god. Thank you. Bye. See you in the next one.